Wi-Fi, fiber, UPS. This is what we are talking about today.
It's literally called a Wi-Fi Mini UPS.
If you don't have a UPS for your Wi-Fi in this day and age, you are absolutely letting yourself down, and I'm about to explain to you why. First, let's have a look at the actual device. Most of them are pretty much the same. This is the standard design. On-off switch, you've got work, charge. That'll tell you the two differences. We'll go about it now. You've also got these options here. So these are all the different volt levels that you can output from this device. This isn't just going to charge your Wi-Fi and run it through load shedding and stuff. It's also actually going to allow you to charge your phone and any other thing that can connect to a USB. Now on the side here, you also have an input. So this plug point, which I'll show off now, both these heads connects into the same point. I'm going to show it off now, but essentially the input is where you plug this thing in so it can charge. So this is where it can actually connect to the wall. And then this is the output. So that's just where the electricity that's stored in this thing can then go out to then travel to the Wi-Fi. This used to connect to our Wi-Fi, but we no longer have the Wi-Fi connected to the wall at all. This connects straight into the input, as you can see. So that's the connection to the wall. That then allows it to transfer through this, store on this, and then this is like the wall socket, but for the Wi-Fi, okay? So then this divides up. You'll see that it does divide up into multiples. So we've got it running on this, and we've got it running there, okay? So this is a two-head cable connection. So the output can run two things at once. And like I said, if you've got Wi-Fi and fiber, you might want to plug it into those. As for the exact specs of this very specific model, I don't want to go into that too much. Output power is 24 watts. Now, basically what that means is you just want to look at these. Okay, so 24 volts is your 24 watts. Voltage, wattage, it's kind of similar. They're not really, but I'm not about to explain those things to you guys. Okay, you're just going to check your device. You check your device. What actually is it? Okay, you can find that on the manual of your device or anything like that. But what kind of connection does it need? For example, I got 15 volts. Actually, it's 12 volts. Actually, we are running on 12 volts. And that does prove that if you plug it into a higher one, it's not going to have any damage, although the 24 volts might have been an issue, okay? So you can find it on the actual device underneath, or you can find it in the manual, or if you're trying to find it and you can't, you can phone the people who helped you out with your Wi-Fi. They'll tell you, but usually your Wi-Fi is 12 to 15 volts, okay? Like I said, we're supposed to be on 12 volts. We've been plugged in on 15 volts. It's working uber fine. When it comes to things like phone charging and stuff, I have tried it out, and I can say that over 2 hours of a load shedding period, which is just a power outage for anyone who's international, 2 hours time and my phone maybe got 15%. So just be aware that this doesn't assist there too much. But the main reason was because, of course, its power was actually going towards this, because we had zero power, so there wasn't even any wall power. So this thing was sharing the power between running the Wi-Fi for the whole power outage, as well as actually charging my phone. So of course it only got 15%. Now let's talk about the actual power outages and what you can expect to experience with this. Well, in South Africa, we are pretty notorious for having our power outages. Everybody knows it as load shedding. You might have heard me mention it a few times in this video. Our load sheddings can be 2 to 4 hours, but sometimes they can be 6 hours. All I'm going to say is that unless it was a 12-hour session where they just wanted to frick us over pretty much, this ran the whole time. So this did run all the way up to that 6-hour mark, and we had zero issues. Now, I'm not going to say that it would run all the way to the 6 hours. We'll probably go ahead and check the actual specs. So I'll look online for the specs just to get the precision going. But what I'm saying is from my experience with this thing, and we've had this thing for over a year, my experience with this thing is that it's super valid, it's super worthwhile, it's cheap, it literally does everything that you need it to do. It will keep your Wi-Fi running 6 to 12 hours. Obviously, it depends how much you've got plugged in and stuff like that. Okay, if you're using 9 volts, it'll run probably that whole 12 hours. If you just want to check, so most models are the same. The design is the same. They do have a wall mount if you want to use that. Otherwise, they've just got the rubber pads on the bottom just to keep it from sliding around. You will notice that it does slide around still a little bit, but of course it has to be a smooth surface for it to slide around. Let's go ahead and check out the specs quickly. So this pretty much sums it up. I've just gone ahead and found a random one. Like I said, they're all pretty much the same. Okay, so these are kind of the specs you can expect, and also the things that it can do. So we have the fact that it will connect instantly. So as soon as your power turns off, it's already running. So there's no cutting off, there's no Wi-Fi issues. I do have to let you guys know just quickly that we do from time to time experience issues with having the UPS, we experience these issues where the guys who run our Wi-Fi just for some reason just mess up somewhere and we can't get it connected. And then we have to go through a whole process of phoning them, disconnecting the UPS, reconnecting the UPS. It's rare and it's mostly because of our internet providers. If you do have a really shiz, no swear, if you have a really bad Wi-Fi provider, then a UPS is going to struggle with their stuff. Just a heads up there. Okay, it's also got the whole LED indicators, those green lights. It's got the built-in lithium battery. So it is a lithium battery, just a heads up there. So it's a little bit dangerous. You might want to keep it out of sun and stuff like that. It will work with most digital devices, obviously, as long as it has a USB or it can connect via those outputs. Oh yes, it actually has a, so it's this is kind of like a smart charger, even though it's a UPS. What that means is that it stops itself from overcharging, over discharging, in other words, losing power as well. What's more than that, the power capacity is actually 8,800 mAh. So what that means is it'll pretty much run. Like I said, that's 6 to 12 hours. I can't give you guaranteed hours. Reason being is because whatever you plug in is going to charge the battery at that extent. The specs are all pretty much the same. The design is pretty much the same. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is just link, like I said, the affiliate links below. I'll choose 3 of my favorites and then I'll just list those in the affiliate links in the description below. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and by the way, the reason you should get the freaking UPS is because, well, why should you get the UPS? You should get the UPS because your power goes out. You should get the UPS because you want to charge things in load shedding. You should get the UPS because you're a South African, full stop. Okay, I think you get the picture, right? Pretty much, if you're somebody who needs to stay connected 24/7 for whatever purpose, then this is the thing to get for yourself. Cool, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please stick around for next week's video. We are now releasing videos every single Friday. Every Friday, I'm releasing a video like this, just explaining something. I'm not going to do exact reviews anymore unless something really blows me away. I'm more going to do general reviews like this, where I just talk about something that I've enjoyed. I'll then find the ones that I recommend and I'll put those in there. After all of that, thanks very much for watching. Like I said, every Friday, 4 p.m. Check it out. Enjoy it. Also, for the whole of July, we've got the shorts coming out, TikToks going out, so you should just stick around and enjoy the process. Thank you very much.